Hi guys, this is Mr. Richard. Hope you're well. In this video, we are going to work with November 2022 Grade 12 Mathematics Paper 1 for CAPS learners who are in South Africa. Right. So we are given the graphs of g of x is equals to 2x plus 6, and the inverse of g are shown in the diagram below, where D and B are the x-intercept and y-intercept, the x and y-intercept of G, right? So, and we are being told that C is the y-intercept of the inverse, and the graphs of G and the inverse intersect at A, okay? So the first question requires us to write down the y-coordinate of B, in which it's 1 mark, right? So let's put that into practice. Okay, so this will be question 5.1. They want us to write the y-coordinate of which graph, of the given graph, which is y is equals to 2x plus 6. So g of x, we can replace it by y. Since, as we can see from there, b cuts at y, so it's a y-intercept. In other words, let x be 0. Where there is x, we are going to replace it by 0. So we are going to say 2 times 0, it's 0. 0 plus 6 is going to be 6. So in other words, your y-coordinate is 6. Right. Y-coordinate of b, sorry for that, the y-coordinate of b is 6. Then you get 1 mark for saying that. Then let's go to the second question, which is 5.2. The second question requires us to determine the inverse of g in the form of inverse, which is equals to mx plus n. Okay, so how are we going to work out this? This is 2 marks. All right, an inverse of a straight line, it's still a straight line. That's what you should know. Inverse of a straight line, it's a straight line. So we are going to swap the variables. Where there is a y, there will be x, and where there is y, there will be, where there is x, there will be y. We just swap the variables. Then to make y the subject, transpose 6 to the other side, it becomes x minus 6, which is equals to 2y. You will then divide both sides by 2, divide both sides by 2. So to make things easier, we can divide everything by, so to make y, all right, so we need to fix this. Everything will be separated by dividing by 2. So x divided by 2, it's the same as half x. How many times does 2 goes into 6? It goes 3 times. So it's going to be half x minus 3. So they wanted us to leave it in a form of inverse of g of x, which is equals to half x minus 3. So that's how you are going to get that 2 marks, right? So let's go to 5.3. Determine the coordinate of A. We were told from the statement that the graph, this is where both graph intersect. So meaning that this is a point of intersection. When it's a point of intersection, you're going to equate both graphs, right? Meaning that the graph of the original and the graph of the inverse will be equated together. So let's put that into practice. So we have, what are we going to have here? We are going to have 5.3. At 5.3, we are going to have 2x plus 6, which is equals to half x minus 3. So to solve such thing, because we have a fraction here, we could multiply by 2. Everything will multiply it by 2 so that we get rid of a fraction. So multiply by 2 at the left hand side, at the right hand side, multiply by 2. 2 times 2 is going to be 4x, and 6 times 2 is going to be 12. Then this and this, they will cancel. We're left with x, and 3 times 2 is going to be minus 6. So from here, we could just take x to the other side. For x minus x, it's going to be 3x, as well as we are having 12. When we take 12 to the other side, it's the same as negative 6, which is will be minus 18. So negative 6 minus 12, it's 18. Divide both sides by 3. How many times does 3 goes into 18? It goes 6 times. So we'll have negative 6, right? So to make life easier, they set the coordinates of A, right? So what you could do, take this x coordinate and substitute. You can substitute here, right? Let's substitute to the to 2x plus 6 to get the y value. So let's put negative 6 there plus 6. This will be minus 12 plus 6. It's the same as 6 minus 12, which will be minus 6. So meaning that our x value is going to be negative 6 and our y value is going to be negative 6. Okay, so guys, let's go to 5.4. Yes, at 5.4, we are required to calculate the length of AB. How many marks is that? That's 2 marks. So since they want the length, this is what you should do when they want a length. Yeah, remember, you need to have the coordinate of A is given as negative 6 and 6. And we did find the coordinate of B, which is 0 and 6 from 5.1. So we are going to use a distance formula to calculate the length. So, okay, this is x of 1, x of 2. This is the same as 0 minus negative 6, k squared. Okay, similarly here, plus. So it's going to be 6 minus 6. Okay, so what are we going to have? 0, negative 6, that will be positive 6. 6 squared is going to be 36. So negative 6 and negative 6 is going to be positive 12. 12 squared is going to be 144. So in this case, we are going to have 136 plus 144. That will be 180, guys. It's 180, right? So finding the square root of 180 in this manner will be 180 will be 180 will be it's going to be, you can punch your calculator there. It's going to be 6 root 5. So we have 180 here. We have AB squared. Therefore, this will be, we root both sides. So the length can never be negative. We only going to take the one that is positive. So it's going to be 6 root 5. So what is 6 root 5 in decimal places? That will be, punch your calculator, that will be 13,42. So which is equals to 13,42 units. So that's how you can work out the length of AB. So we are going to our last question, which will be 5.5. Calculate the length of triangle ABC. Guys, what we could see here, they said triangle ABC. We can construct here. You can see that this forms a triangle, right? But what type of a triangle is this? Is it the right triangle? No, it's a non-right triangle. Since it's a non-right triangle, they want us to get an area. When it's a non-right triangle, this is what you should remember. Trig rules will apply: cosine rule, sine rule, and area rule. But in this case, the area rule will apply. But we need to find the length of AB. Already we have calculated this. So we also need to find the length of AC as well as the length of BC before we proceed. Let's put that into practice. Yes, as I've stated, the length of AB, it's 6 root 5. So we need to calculate the length of AC first. So to find the length of AC, you may recall that this is negative 6 as well as negative 6. And to find C, what is C? C cuts at the graph of the inverse of G. So meaning that C is the x-intercept. So you may recall that the graph of an inverse was given as half x minus 3. So to let y be 0 so that you are going to calculate for an x-intercept. Take 3 to the other side, it becomes positive 3. Okay, divide by half, that will give you 6, right? So meaning that C, it's 6 and 0. Okay, so right, so it's going to be 6 and 0. Okay, we are going to have 6 and 0. So to make life easier, we need to calculate the length. So it's going to be AC squared. Remember, this is x1 and this is x2. So our x2 is going to be 6 minus negative 6. Okay, let me just put bare brackets there. Squared plus our y2 is going to be 0 minus negative 6 squared there. When we square this, it's the same. This is negative 6 and 6. It's the same as 12, right? The same as 1. Yeah, yes, it's 12, but 12 squared is going to be 144. Let's work out this. 0 minus negative 6, that's going to be positive 6. Positive 6 squared, that's going to be 36. And what is 144 plus 36? That is 180. So AC squared, when we root both sides, we get AC, which is equals to 6 root 5, right? Okay, so we can see that also at AC, that's 6 root 5. What does that tell us? That means AB and AC are equal. What type of a triangle? When two sides are equal, that's an isosceles triangle. But we also need to calculate the length of BC, right? Okay, BC, so we are going to say BC squared. Remember that B was given as 0 and 6, and that C was given as 6 and 0. Sorry for that, 6 and 0. So this is x1 and this is x2. So what is that? It's going to be x2 is going to be 6 subtracted by 0, so which makes it squared there, plus y2, which is 0 subtracted by 6. So what are we getting? 0 minus 6. It's going to be 6 squared. Okay. And the other side is also going to be 6 squared, which will give us 36 plus 36. So we have BC squared. We have BC squared in this case. BC squared will be 36 plus 36. That will be 72. So, okay. So we need to find the square root of 72. So use a calculator there to calculate the square root of 72. The square root of 72, that will be 6 root 2. Okay, it's going to be 6 root 2 in this case. So we could see that from here at BC we have 6 root 2. Okay, so we are not done, guys. We need to calculate the area. So to make life easier, what we could do, we can use a cosine rule, since we have two side and included angle in between. Two side and included angle. The included angle, or the given angle, the included angle, I mean, it's A. So what we could do to use a cosine rule, we are going to say BC squared, which is this side. The relative of A, it's this side. So it's going to be BC squared, which will be the opposite sides, which is AB and AC. So the sum of AB squared plus AC squared. This is a cosine rule. Minus 2AB, okay, multiply by AC cos A, which is an included angle, right? Okay, so what is BC? You may recall that BC is given as 6 root squared there. What is AB? You may recall that it was given as 6 root 5 squared, as well as 6 root 5 squared times 2, 6 root 5, and 6 root 5, as well as cos A, angle A. Okay, so what we could do, guys, let's take our calculator there and punch 6 root 2 squared. Okay, to make life easier here, I could say squared there. That will be 72. Okay, this will be 72. Then what we could do there, let's put this 6 root 5 squared plus 6 plus, open the bracket, 6 root 5, okay, squared, no, what am I doing? Calculate up mistakes. So that will be 360. Okay, that will be 360. Similarly, even this 2 will give us 360. Let's see, but let's confirm that negative 2 times 6 root 5 there, as well as 6 root 5. Okay, that will be in minus 360, as well as we have minus 360 cos a. So in this case, we can take this to the other side. 72 subtracted by 360, that will give you negative 288. So negative 288, which will be, you'll be left with negative 360 cos a. Remember, our aim is to get a as the angle, so we could say divide by 360, so we get rid of negative because the other side is also negative. So we have cos a, which is equals to 4 all over 5. Yes, that's 4 all over 5, right? So okay, then we are going to say second function, 4 all over 5. What is that? Okay, all right, but it's my calculator, it's in fix, so I just don't want to round off yet, but this is what you're going to do. 4 root 5 there. Oh, 4 over 5, sorry for that. So in other words, we are having we're going to have a, angle a is 36,8698765. Yeah, let's not round off yet. So what we are not done. We need to calculate the area of triangle ABC. So the area will be, sorry for that, area triangle, okay, area of triangle ABC is going to be half. Remember to use an area, two sides, and an included angle, right? So what you could do there, so to use a sine area rule, remember two side and an included angle. So this is what we are going to do. So you're going to say half AB multiplied by AC. Those are the two sides. Multiply by sine A. Don't say cos. Yeah. So it's going to be sine A. Sorry for that. This is sine A. Okay, angle A there. So we are going to put AB as 6 root 5 and AC as 6 root 5. So this is going to be sine of what? Sine of 36 comma 86 9, is it 9897 blah blah blah. Then from there you can punch your calculator. Let's try to punch our calculator. Then we are going to say half, as well as 6 root 5. So, okay, 6 root 5, okay, multiplied by sine what? Sine of a 36, whatever there. Let me just say answer. So what are we getting there? Definitely we are getting 54. So meaning that our answer will be 54 units squared. So that's the area of triangle ABC. So that's how you're going to get that 13 marks. The last question was a little bit tedious. Hope you find this video useful, and don't forget to comment and subscribe and like. Right, let's grow this channel, let's grow the community. Let's we are nearly on 200 subscribers. Let's keep watching, let's keep subscribing, let's share. Sharing is caring. And don't forget, we love you.